What's happening? This is DJ SPHELIVE. I'm about to give you a walkthrough with single yami SPHELIVE that I did with Santana Morena. And this comes after my first single that I did with Sicelo Gowane and Olipe. RIP to my boy Olipe. Hey, very interesting question. So, DJ SPHELIVE, Mikabel Kamuge, 7 years ago. If I say 7 years ago, I remember I had an interview with this big gospel artist. He said to me, lento yebrand ibalulekile ukwazi ukuthi uhlukanise because baningi osipheya bakhona, right? So yini yenza ukuthi since we radio kulesi space kusona igama lakho lihluke ube usipheya ohlukile. And then I said, okay, you know what? Live would make sense because kuzochaza everything about who I am and what I do. And then that's how it came about. I grew up ekhaya lomculo. So my mom used to sing in a choir back in the day. I was not born ngaleso sikhathi leso. So her sister, her big sister, naye, and my uncles, they used to have like a group, a choir, mangisakhula ekhaya. And my father also used to play guitar. And yeah, he used to have like records, different genres, reggae, if it's not that, it's umbaqanga, you know what I mean? If it's not that, my mother used to own like cassette, cassette gospel, if it's not that, maskanda. So I grew up ekhaya eligcwele umculo vele, and then yeah, that's how namuthando lami umculo la develop khona. And then yeah, I mean my surrounding as well, because ngikhulele eKasi elokishini. I mean amabrazo ebengade ngikhula nawo usually would pump kwaito kakhulu during those days, you know what I mean? And yeah, music has always been in my life. Look, I could have done music omningi ohlukahlukene, you know what I mean? I could have done gospel, I could have done umaskandi, I could have done quite a lot. But I would like to believe that dance music chose me, you know what I mean? And also, I think it's in line with what I do. You know, as a radio DJ, I've been a radio DJ for the past 10 years. So, you know, different genres and stuff, you know what I mean? And also, I think in my music capabilities, in terms of production and stuff, I would like to believe that iba khona leyo element of fusing different genres. It was a you know, product A1. Looking at the first song that I did with Amachita, if you're Ilaleli Uyanqaba, inama elements omaskandi, you know, at the same time, ikhona lento yokuthi okay, siyahamba, you know, siyamasha, inaleyo beat. It gives you that. So yeah, I think dance chose me. Durban music scene, has grown a lot. I mean, now me being an individual, more especially if you look at each genre that is popular right now. At first it was Durban Kwaito. There was more people at that time. I like to Bani from Ladysmith to here. It was big, you know. Durban Kwaito was big. Nobody knew what you figure you know. So shout out to Amachi that were at the forefront. I was expanding about El Vovo, about Dira, you know, you mentioned all these big names. And Baloke Bambile Namaji. So they've grown sound Yetegu, you know, they've started through Ikati Zinzi, but they've kept it alive because of African Jenga. And then comes Ikom, and now Futi played a vital role in terms of growing Isin Lai Tubani. I mean, the global stage also embraced Ikom as well, which is beautiful. So yeah. Durban sound has grown quite a lot. You know, it's very funny how this song came about. So I met Santana Morena through a colleague of mine, Sangweni Sebenza naye, and he was pumping this song. It was just like an idea. It wasn't a full song, a full project. It was just like a structure. He was about to get into the song, like he was about to deliver more vocals, at that time. And then we sat down with him, I said to him, you know what, I love the song. So Ubani up behind beat la. And then yeah, he hooked me up with Santana Morena, who happens to sing on the song. And then that's how we met Nomchita, you know, Sahlala Sahlangana sa vibe by energy vibe by variety. And then we decided to take the whole thing in studio and see how we can work on the song together, you know, and add this and that. And that's what we did. I'm inspired by izinto ey'ningi ehlukahlukene, you know, izinto ezenzakalayo empilweni yami or izinto engiyibukayo ezenzeka kwabanye abantu. And ngithathe lokho ngikufake through music engiwenzayo, you know. If you listen to, if we go back uyanqaba, you know, yayinomaskandi phakathi, yayinombhaqanga phakathi, you know what I mean. Ekunikeza lokho ukuthi it's more traditional based, but at the same time iyakubeka futhi to i-sound, the current that is happening right now. And if I look at that and look at the single esikhiphayo njengamanje imangibona wena, I think influence comes from different genres that I grew up listening to. I mean, it's more melodic. Ukulalela kwami jazz, ukulalela kwami i-gospel, ukulalela kwami i-afro-pop, na wonke lama sound engikhule ngiwalalela. I think kube ne-influence enkulu kakhulu because siwathathile wonke lawo ma-sounds sawafuse kwaze kwaphuma le ngoma iphumile. Negqom futhi likhona. But I think the most important thing ukuveza ukuthi this one is not like your usual gqom, you know, asibhengi ngale ndlela ukuthi yabo ziyakhala ziyasha, but this one is more chilled, it's more laid back. You know, I see myself sipping on a cocktail listening to this song. I see myself having umuntu yabo listening to this song because it talks about that. So it's a gqom that went to private school, if I may put it in that sense. It's more melodic, it's more musical. So in future yegqom isezandleni zethu because isound ezalwe la eDurban. Mangisho njalo, I've had quite a number of interviews noMajita on my show, especially aqala igqom or abe forefront kwi-gqom music, you know. Noma ngeke ngisawa mention amagama amajita wonke, but I feel ukuthi abanye ngibabonile begrow isound, you know, from what it used to be to what it is now, because back then it was raw, it was hardcore, you know, it was a new thing. And the problem was that e-radio couldn't pick it up, e-radio couldn't embrace it because of okungabi radio worthy kwayo, you know what I mean. Why am I saying that? There is a lot of gqom producers abangayitholi airplay because of such. You find that amajito music ukhona mningi, but they can't reach radio. Sibuye size kwi-piano for an example. Ikhona i-piano that is instrumental, elingenama vocals, but it's easy on the ear, you know. And I think i-radio inikeza exception yokuthi lidlale, you know, because into radio friendly, if that makes sense. And then coming back to preserving igqom, keeping it alive, the future, I think we also need to look at amajita piano, which isn't azenza kanjani, you know. I like how abantu abafana nabo DJ Lek, if it's not DJ Lek, it's Q from Destruction Boys. If it's not him, it's Fearless Boys. Because igqom lihlukile nalo, lihlukile ngendlela elisonda ngayo. And I like what amajita are doing right now, trying to make it more musical, banama vocals abafakayo njengamanje, so that i-rate izokwazi ukuthi iphike. I think if singahambisana nesikhathi, but keeping our sound as it is, but also bearing in mind ukuthi times are changing, you know, ngeke sihlezi siphamba njalo, but we need to bring in leyo element yokuba musical endlebeni yomuntu if eyilalela. There's a lot of drama surrounding gqom and amapiano. I mean, there's a lot of people abakhola ukuthi igqom selifile, and obviously right now ipiano is only dominant with dance. But I think my personal opinion, ukansweresha umbuzo othi, are these two genres in competition? Yes, they are. I've seen gqom producers move to e-piano, and I've seen how it worked for them. And I've seen gqom producers sticking with the sound, not doing anything to the sound, but keeping it as raw as it was, my Kali sound. And unfortunately, it didn't take them anywhere. You know what I mean? Look at what Tira and the others abahot njengamanje are doing, but still igqom basaligcinile as it is. I think it goes back to what I said earlier. It sounds different from how it used to sound before. It's more musical. I-radio iyakwazi ukuthi isheshe iphike, you know what I mean. So and also going back to lento yokuthi if mina ngingayithanda sound ethile or ngisahlangiswa isound ethile njengamanje, siyeke lento influence embi kubantu ukuthi I no lalela igqom indaba iphelile, you know, ipiano nje balisashisa nje nalento ukuthi siconvince abantu to hate a particular sound and move them to and try to convince them to move to a current sound ekhona, you know. If ngithanda igqom, let's let it be. you know, angiqhubeke ne-sound yami engiyithandayo kanjalo. I think us as people we play that role ukuthi like sikhanda i-drum engekho, sikhanda izinto ezingekho, you know what I mean? So these genres can coexist kamnandi, you know what I mean? Because I've heard songs where amajita uyokuthola ukuthi afuse igqom nepiano and iphuma into right, iphuma into perfect. So both these sounds can coexist kamnandi. For this song, you can expect a different take on my musical journey. And you know, if we land from my first song to this one, you know, I think it's going to be easy for Amachita if just play that song. Yeah, it was a wonder because it talks about love, it talks about Lomchita. So akafuna ukuyidedela yabo uthi mangabeyibona nje abone kabili ukuthi I know yabo. So shout out to Santana for penning the whole thing down. It's a beautiful song, I know you love it.